This video is sponsored by Audible. Longtime viewers of the channel will remember the Amazon Renewed series of videos I do. People seem to like them, so I try to bring them back every so often. And it's only been about 7 months since the Galaxy S21 Ultra came out, and it's on Amazon Renewed already. It always trips me out when this happens. For those of you that are new to the channel, Amazon Renewed typically has older phones, like a year or two old, and then I review them. But this is only 7 months old. And it's already on Amazon Renewed. And if you don't know what Amazon Renewed is, I'm going to tell you all about it right after this.
This is, you know you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below, but for now, let's just get into the video. So as one of the most popular series I've done on this channel, the Amazon Renewed series of videos has saved people money for the last year. I get all types of comments from you guys and gals telling me how much you've saved by this entire series of videos. And today we're looking at the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now, I actually went with the silver version. I always wanted to see what the silver version looked like in person. Most videos are done with the black. And I will be honest, for now, I would actually have gone with the black, after seeing this. But it's a really nice phone. We're going to talk a little bit about how this stacks up right now and the Amazon Renewed experience. But for those of you that are new and don't understand what Amazon Renewed is, I've actually explained this a whole bunch of times, and the last time I explained it, I think, was one of the best times, so let's just watch that.
Amazon Renewed is a program by Amazon where you can go on and buy older flagship phones for a really good price, at least most of the time. One of the cool things about it is these are products that are sold by third-party sellers that have a specific guarantee that they look new and their battery capacity is at least 80%. So that means you're getting a phone that's in pretty darn good shape and should function for quite a while. But one of the biggest draws about Amazon Renewed is the fact you have 90 days to return it if for some reason you don't like it, which of course is much longer than it is for pretty much any other way of buying a phone new. I mean, typically if you buy a phone used, you have no kind of return policy. If you buy a phone new, it's usually about 14 days. You get 90 with Amazon Renewed. But here's what's interesting. Since the last time I did one of these Amazon Renewed videos, they've actually added something new. Amazon themselves now sell Amazon Renewed phones. Now here's the thing. This was not happening when I started this series. It was just third-party sellers selling older devices that they made sure were of those standards. Now Amazon is doing it, but they're charging more, and you might wonder, why is that? This particular listing is really interesting because not only do you get a better battery capacity, a guaranteed 90% or more, but you have a year to return it. So yeah, you might spend upwards of $100 more per that phone, but you're getting another 9 months of return policy.
One of the questions I always get whenever I do these is, who do I get these from? Which seller on Amazon? I'm going to leave a link in the description below, not only for the phone, but the name of the seller that I got this from, because they're doing some cool stuff. This is the Samsung Galaxy S21, and it comes with something that you can't even get if you bought it brand new. A power adapter. So yes, you can buy it at Amazon Renewed and get a power adapter, and Samsung won't give you one brand new. It's just kind of crazy, the world in which we live. But let's talk a little bit about this phone and how it's changed in the last 7 months, where it is right now, and is it something that you should buy. But before we do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like Amazon Renewed, not only do I have a whole bunch of videos that I'll leave a link in the description below for, but I have another one coming that you're not going to want to miss. So what you may not know is I never actually had this phone. When this first came out, I actually skipped it altogether. So this is my first experience with the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. A couple of things. Number one, like all of my experiences so far from Amazon Renewed, this thing looks brand spanking new. There's no scratches, dents, dings, nothing. It looks brand spanking new. And to be able to save money and get a longer warranty for that is really quite phenomenal. But because this is my first time holding it, I got to tell you a couple of things. Number one, it feels strangely thick. Like, I think I was expecting this to be a lot thinner in the body. So I'm not really a fan of that. Mainly because I'm going to put a case on this as well, which makes this even thicker. Now, I just remember all my Samsung Galaxy phones getting thinner and thinner every year, and this one just feels, well, we'll just call it substantial. And while there's a huge camera bump here, we do know that the camera array in this thing is quite impressive. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. But this is a very solid phone. It's very heavy in the hand, I feel like, but it's very substantial. You're not going to feel like it's cheap. Nothing about this feels cheap. Let me just be clear about that. Like I said, it's in absolutely perfect condition, and if you look at it as a new phone, it's actually quite beautiful. This color, silver, looking real nice. Like I said, I've seen the black, which looks amazing. This is actually a really good looking phone. And considering this is going to be one of the only flagships that's not a foldable from Samsung this year, which I'll talk a little bit about later, it's got to look good. I really enjoy the look and feel of this thing so far. I just wish it was a little bit less heavy and a little bit thinner. A little bit more about the phone. This is one of the first phones from Samsung to have the Snapdragon 888 processor, 5G enabled. And this thing is a beast. There really is nothing that's slow about this thing, especially since the 120 hertz screen makes everything just so silky smooth. It is a savage. And this AMOLED display is absolutely gorgeous, whether it be inside or outside. I can't get enough of looking at video content or even just scrolling through different feeds on this screen. It just looks incredible, and it's just something that you'll always be proud of. One of the things Samsung does very, very well are their displays. It's always leading class when you look at any of the Samsung line of smartphones. Now, while it does have the Snapdragon 888, it, for whatever reason, at the base model only has 128 gigs of storage, which makes me scratch my head because only a couple of years ago, the OnePlus 7 Pro, which is still one of my favorite Android phones to this day, started out with 256 gigs of storage at $750. Why can't we have 256 gigs of storage on an over $1,000 phone when you buy it new? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Also, you get S Pen support. This is one of the things that actually kind of worries me because I love the Galaxy Note series of phones, and it worries me that they're going to put S Pen support on something else other than the Note. It gives them less reason to ever come out with a Note series phone again. Hope that's not the case. As for the camera, which we'll get into some samples later, you get the 100 times space zoom, which at 100 times is fairly pointless. We'll show that later. An 8K video. I mean, again, another thing you're probably never going to use. It's nice to put on a spec sheet, but it's kind of not important. Either one of those really is important. What you want to know is how this thing works on a day-to-day basis, how much battery life you get, and what do the pictures look like. And I'll tell you, this thing hits all the bases very nicely. One of the things that I love about all the Samsung phones is the ability to use DeX and wireless DeX. I've talked about this on several times on the channel before. It makes this thing a productivity powerhouse. If you've never seen any of those videos, I actually have a video about how Android phones use desktop operating systems built into the phones. Maybe I'll leave a link to that in the description below. This separates a lot of phones from the Samsung line. This makes us a productivity powerhouse in and of itself, something that it doesn't just become a phone and you put away and work on your laptop or desktop. You could use this for everything. So with fast performance, 120 hertz screen, AMOLED, reverse wireless charging, all the things, should you buy it? Well, we're not quite there yet. Actually, I have a sponsor that's helping out with this particular video, and it's something you should probably consider if you're buying a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Check this out. While I do like books, I don't like having to sit down and dedicate time to actually read them. So because of that, and because I'm always on the go, I've kind of fallen behind on some really great titles. Until now. Thanks to Audible. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word entertainment all in one place. At Audible, you can find the largest selection of audiobooks ranging from bestsellers to new releases. As an Audible member, you will get 1 credit every month, good for any title in the entire premium selection, including new bestsellers. You'll also get access to the popular Plus catalog. It's filled with thousands of audiobooks, original entertainment, guided fitness, meditation, and even podcasts. I actually love the Steve Jobs audiobook. If you missed this one, you can grab it right now on Audible. You can find out how Apple became the most powerful company in the world. Not only that, Audible will save your place, so if you start on your computer, you can continue on your phone and even finish on your tablet. For me, this makes enjoying titles even better as I don't have to be in one place to read a book. With everything you love to listen all in one app, Audible is your playlist for life. New members can try Audible for free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/TravisMCP. That's audible.com/TravisMCP, or text TravisMCP to 500-500. Text Travis MCP to 500-500. And thanks Audible for sponsoring this video. So of course, camera samples. You want to know what this thing looks like in video and image form. And just looking at this stuff, I gotta tell you, I'm super, super impressed. Now, Samsung's known for bumping up the saturation on all of these things, which I happen to like. But the quality of the video, the pictures, and everything else you get out of this phone is absolutely A1. You won't feel like you're missing out on anything. The technology here is amazing, and Samsung continues to iterate every single year. The other thing is, Samsung is committed to having more years of support on the software side of things, and we have seen in the past that Samsung adds new photo and video options to older phones. So we know for sure that next year, this thing will be getting the next Android update, thus the latest software technology from Samsung on their videos and their pictures. One thing to note about the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is it may be the only non-folding flagship of this year. That's right, the Galaxy Note may not release this year. There's been no rumors about it all, other than to say that it's not coming out this year. And the only other phones that we know are coming out, at least at the time of making this video, are the Fold and the Flip, which I've talked about previously. I'll leave a link for the description for that video. But this is it. Like, if you want a 2021 flagship that's a non-folding phone from Samsung, I think this is going to be pretty much your only option. And it's a darn good option. So you can get this at a discounted rate from Amazon Renewed. Is it worth it? Well, yes. I mean, you do save money right now over the retail price. And as time goes on, that price will be even lower. And with the extended warranty that you get from Amazon Renewed, I pretty much always say that, yeah, if you're looking at getting on one of these phones, you should absolutely buy from Amazon Renewed. My experience has been very, very good. And so has the experience of a lot of people who've left me comments in the past about buying Amazon Renewed phones. If you've done that, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what your experience has been. So for me, yes, it's an absolute win. If you're looking at getting the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, you should use it and buy it in the link description below from Amazon Renewed. And listen, I got more of these videos to come. If you like Amazon Renewed, tell me in the comments below. How else am I going to know? And hit that subscribe button. Tell me about all the things. I got some videos right here from Amazon Renewed, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love.